today for our first Good Talk via Zoom, via call across the world from Romania all the way to California. Joined here by Robert and Kay Lee with Power Couples by Design. Thank you guys for being on this call and chatting with me today.
Hey, no problem. Next time we're going to have to come out to Romania.
Yeah, we're honored to be here with you.
Yeah.
This is the
Romania.
stone.
Exactly.
Come on over. Romania is an incredible country. It's one of those countries that not that many people even know about or have been to, but it's just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful here. And the people are incredible.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll make our way out there at some point.
Awesome. Well, you're more than welcome. So we connected a couple months ago through a mutual friend, Robert, and I was just so impressed on the call, getting to know you and what you guys are doing. I haven't heard of anybody else doing something like it. I think it's very unique. And so give us a little bit of an overview. Tell us about what is, people have heard this term power couples, but Power Couples by Design. Tell us, what is this about? What do you guys do?
Well, first of all, it's a privilege to meet you, and it's funny. Right after our call here, we're actually interviewing Corey Carlson for our podcast. Yeah, I mean, literally, when we sign off with you, we're signing on with Corey. So I just thought about that right now. I was like, oh, you connected with me with Corey.
Awesome. Good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, so I mean, power couples. So at least here in the States, when you hear the term power couples, it's usually some high-powered celebrity couple. Someone in the movies. Like back in the day, it was Brad Pitt and right now, and Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Those are considered like power couples, or heads of industries, that kind of stuff. People that have achieved a lot in their industry and are well known. So they kind of look at the achievements and they seem to do well together. But in our view, power couples isn't so much that, and we look at those couples as they have it all together. But the reality is, regardless of who they are, you don't have it all together. You're always, especially when you're in marriage, you're always working on it, or you should be, some more than others. And so for us, a power couple isn't someone that's achieved everything and it's perfect and all that. It's really a couple that understands that they need to work well and keep working on their marriage as they're achieving their their business. In our case, we consult with business owners, married couples in business. So they're business owners. So they're trying to achieve in their business, but we know that, and they know they can't sacrifice the personal life for the sake of the business. Otherwise, potentially everything can crumble. So that, in short, that's kind of how we look at power couples.
Very cool. Very cool. And tell me a little bit about your guys' background. How did you get here? Why are you in this space? And what brought you here?
Well, I come from a family line of entrepreneurs myself, so it's in my DNA. And I was raised in a family business.
Okay.
So I know a lot of the ins and outs. My dad worked 6 days a week, wasn't home much. And that was his baby. That was his life, his work. And so it was really challenging on the family. And so I come from that side of it, and seeing the pros and cons.
So she has the empathy. She has the empathy on that side. So for me, my parents, they weren't entrepreneurs per se, but in some ways they are. They're pastors, and so they're still running an organization, right? Running a church. Has a congregation. When we moved to California from Hawaii, one thing I knew I didn't want to be was a pastor. So I ended up going to business school.
Okay.
And so I got a degree in marketing.
As much as possible, huh?
I thought it would be going away as far as possible from being a pastor, but we'll circle back to that. So, I get a marketing degree. My first job out of college was with Coca-Cola. Okay. Awesome first gig. It was right at the time when they launched Powerade, the sports drink. Okay. And then also the World Cup was in the United States. So I got my hand in event marketing as well. Was this
1994?
Correct. Right. 94.
I attended the World Cup in 1994. I remember that.
Yep. Correct. So that was when I started with Coke. I started technically in 93, but so I got a great experience in a lot of things, from big product launches to event marketing and all that kind of stuff. But 3 years into it, I knew that wasn't the industry I was going to stay in. So then I went into pharmaceutical industry, still in sales and marketing. Okay. But got a lot of great experience through those 25 years. And then towards the tail end of my career with Bristol Myers Squibb, my last company, I knew I needed to do something different. my next stage in life was going to be something different. So I started trying my hand in consulting.
Okay.
And so I knew marketing, so I figured I'd do marketing consulting. Makes sense, right? And then as I got into working with these privately held smaller businesses, family-run business, I started to see the gaps, not just in marketing, but just the way they were doing business. And they were needlessly suffering and struggling in their business when they really didn't have to. Because most business owners, they don't have the experience, even the education of business, of running a business. They just have an idea, they're good at a craft, and they start charging for it. And they just kind of learn as they go. And so for me, if we just start to implement just sound business fundamentals into the business, it would totally change. And so I got that heart for business, for small family business, right? And just knew that I could really help them out. Not so much with just the strategy stuff, but really more from a mindset. And then fast forward to now, I started, as I get to know the clients, most of them are men, then they start talking about their personal life. Then they start talking about their marriage. I start coaching them in their marriage. And then next thing I know, I'm starting to look at the connection between how their personal life and their business life is actually intertwined. And one's affecting the other. Wow. The health of their marriage can affect the way they perform in the business, and then vice versa.